You're listening to Desynced Nerds, a Nintendo Switch podcast. This is episode 43, should be 44, Devon, airing on Monday, the 6th of August. We're your hosts. I'm Colin. He's Devon, bringing you all the latest news and hot topics from around the internet. This week we have Paladins is finally free to play, Nintendo Direct in 2 days, and Joy-Cons with D-pads are on their way. But first, Devon, what you been doing?
Not playing on my Switch. I mean,
Terrible answer. Terrible answer.
It's been
This
2
is a
weeks.
Nintendo Switch podcast.
Oh, crap. Okay. I mean, I did do like a chapter 1. I've done all of the chapter 1s in Octopath, and that's basically it. I started Ophelia's chapter 2, which on it. Okay, wait, hold on. I need to. Do you remember Ophelia's chapter 2?
Remind me. What happens?
She goes into the town. There's a little kid. The little kid is like, "You lost my brooch."
Yep.
Is there
Chapter
more
2
to
for her was awful.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever actually experienced. This is her story.
Her 3 and 4 were like some of my favorites.
Okay.
I mean, none of them are good. They're all bad, but like some of them are less bad. And Ophelia's 3 and 4 were some of the less worse. Yes, that's how I'm gonna choose to describe it.
Okay.
Yeah, but her 2, that's awful. I'm sorry.
I'm just like, what is happening?
And it goes on forever. There's like 32 million lines of text that you have to get through for about a kid. The kid's fighting.
Yeah,
It's the dumbest thing.
and I just like, I guess you're seeing characterization of Ophelia where it's just like, oh, she cares about this kid, and we see the conflict that she had while she was a small child again, which we've already seen. So this isn't like, it's not even new information. It's a rehash of something we've already experienced. Like,
It gets better for her. It gets better.
Okay, that's good to know. I do like the game. I really enjoy the combat is really fun, and the character progression is also really cool. But oh my god, that story so far. Like, I played that last Monday, and I never finished it. I never went back to it because I was just so like grumbly.
Turned off by it. I mean, it's pretty bad.
It's so bad. Anyway,
it's not even the worst. So, but yeah, so that's a good transition. I did everybody's chapter 4, and I've unlocked Starseer and Sorcerer, and right now I'm working on War Master. I think I tried it once and I wiped because I didn't know what to expect. But like, yeah, so there's the 4 secret bonus classes at the end of the game. I mean, you can do them at any point once you're like level 50 up. And then there's evidently, I haven't researched it much, but there's some like combined end game quest that you can unlock by doing specific side quests. So I need to figure out how to unlock that, and even if I want to do that. But I'm pretty much done with Octopath, I think.
yeah. I mean, you're like 50 some odd hours in, eh?
I think I'm at 55, yeah. Something like that. I beat it at like 52, like I beat everybody's chapter 4 at 52, and I've kind of been just derping around.
Nice. I'm surprised that the like cumulative final chapter bit is like an unlock. I kind of figured that would just be oh, you did everything. Now, have a special final chapter.
Well, I don't know. I don't know exactly what it's like, but it sounds like it's kind of sort of that, but it isn't really that. I don't know. I have to look it up. But you have to do side quests to unlock it, so it's not like, I don't know. I don't know enough to say what I know and don't know.
It's not just given to you at very least.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well,
yeah.
That's fun.
Hey, listen!
All right, on to the news. First thing up, Amazon UK is discontinuing their Prime member pre-order discount. Why?
Yeah, right? I don't know. This makes me so sad. So, Best Buy just got rid of theirs recently. Amazon US limited theirs. It's no longer for re-releases and something else. I think special editions.
GameStop stopped their very, very high tier one.
Yeah, GameStop discontinued theirs, and then now this. So I think that this is a thing that we're going to lose here pretty soon, which makes me sad. I like this a lot. $20 off
Let me pre-order the new Pokemon first next year, and then cut it. I don't care after that.
I'm surprised that's not actually up on Amazon right now, considering that we know.
It might be. I just haven't checked.
We did get a release date update for that from second half of 2019 to late 2019. So presumably.
Surprising literally nobody.
Yeah, it's going to be a Christmas release. That's exciting. Anyway, yeah, so this is a thing that we're losing, and I'm sad and
Grumble, grumble.
grumble, yeah. But yeah, so I think it's funny that like 2 or 3 weeks ago we reported on how that was a thing because Echo didn't know about it, and now it's going away.
Anyway, let's move on to something else exciting. Splatoon 2 devs have shared a lot of insight in the recent Famitsu article. What do we got?
A lot. There's a lot. It's way too much.
You literally wrote a lot.
It's a lot. Yes, all caps. It's mostly Octopath story related. Octoling story related, and yeah, there's a lot of like minutia about the story and the world, and a lot of like background information, which was really interesting, but also definitely too much minutia for the show. There was one particular piece that I needed to bring up, and it was that they said that Splatoon 2 was in development while they were working on Splatoon 1 updates, proving that this team can work on 2 projects at the same time, developing a new IP or a new game as well as updates for an old game. And so you already know where I'm going with this. Animal Crossing Switch is confirmed coming out in September.
No, it's never going to happen. Let it go.
I can't let it go.
You would have thought, I mean, we know Pokemon's coming out next year. You would have thought they would have said something, literally anything, and they've not said a thing about Animal Crossing.
See, you say that, but I'm going to believe Kimishima when he says that there's still more news to release about their releases for the rest of the year, which totally lines up perfectly with the Direct that got announced yesterday.
I feel like you're probably going broke buying all that tinfoil for your hats. I don't know. You need to chill. You're getting too excited over nothing. It's like the Nintendo Direct stuff again.
The E3 one, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to peel you away from that. RPG Maker MV is coming to Japan with crossplay.
Yeah, so it is currently only been announced that it will be with Xbox One and Switch. There's no word on PC. And of course, there won't be PS4 crossplay because Sony is Sony and they explicitly, don't allow that.
I hate everybody else.
Yeah, exactly, because that's just how they roll. I was a little confused that there was no word on PC crossplay. I did see that it looks like it's like, this is RPG Maker MV Plus, and the PC one is not the Plus version, so that might be what's causing it. The reason that this is important is because that they're going to be releasing a free-to-play game downloader that will be available alongside it, that anybody can download. And I love community content. I think that game mods and stuff like this is one of the best things that you can do for a game, which we'll actually talk about more a little bit later on. So I will definitely be picking up that the free play version.
I will not. Anyway, let's move on. Paladins is finally free to play on the Switch. Go get it right now.
Yes, definitely go get it right now. And there's actually a note in the show notes that I needed to poke at it, and I just did never go back to it because I didn't want to fight with that.
I downloaded it and tried to play it like in the first, 4 hours that it was live, and I just got stuck on the load screen into my first ever match of Paladins. It was stuck on there for probably like 15 minutes, and I just turned off my Switch and did something else.
Literally anything else?
It's about what I expected to happen, but also I'm disappointed, so I just turned it off.
Yeah. I need to see the account transfer and see how that works out. That was what I specifically wanted to talk about, but of course I didn't get around to it because I'm me.
Devon reasons.
Devon reasons, indeed. So yeah, this is the thing.
Yeah, no, what? Sorry?
Nothing, guys. Just go get it if you care.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, so in the same vein as these free-to-plays, it seems like free-to-play games won't need Switch Online service. Where are we getting this from?
So, I'm trying to think of a good descriptive phrase for somebody who has a good vision. Anyway, somebody who combs over pages found that on the regular online games like Mario Kart and whatnot, they explicitly call out this little, in September you will need to have the Nintendo Switch Online service in order to play this online. And the free-to-play games don't have that. So we're assuming ergo that you won't need it. Which, makes sense. For stuff like Fortnite, having to have the online for Fortnite would be kind of silly. Like, the whole point of it is that it's free to play, that anybody can get into it. So to require that seems silly. So Yeah, this is good news for the Fortnite players.
Interesting. So like that makes me wonder what even the point of the online is then. Just cloud saves and the virtual console
And the pay-to-play games.
that you have to have online for.
Yeah.
Like I don't like why isn't Fortnite on that? I know Fortnite's free to play, but like it still has to connect. It just do they just eat that cost? Does Nintendo just not care? I don't understand how that's free for us.
I think what we're learning here is that the pay to play online is not actually important or necessary, and it's literally just there as a revenue model. Like,
I mean, the investors are super excited about it, and they're super antsy about Nintendo not putting it out yet.
and not having any information, despite repeatedly saying that they will have more information before it launches in a month.
Yeah, I'll eat a shoe not on stream, so that nobody can verify it that I've done it or not. If they release it next month, it's gonna be like November, December, conservatively, I think, and I'm gonna be sad the whole time. I just want cloud saves for when I inevitably brick my Switch.
Or when it gets bent in half because they're...
Yeah, because it doesn't heat sink properly. Anyway, let's move on. The drum game is coming to the West.
You like how I didn't write the name? It's like Tycho Drummond from Fun or something to that effect.
I was trying to remember the name and I couldn't either. So
yeah, this is that game that I was excited about. It is confirmed coming to the West, which we kind of thought was coming, but so we know that it'll have an EU and an NA release. We know that it's not physical, which is weird because they released Western box art. And then, so that was like last week, I believe. And then Bandai Namco, no, it got put up on Amazon UK for pre-order for a physical version. And again, after Bandai Namco confirmed that it would not have a physical release. So who knows what that means? But also
that means some intern is getting fired.
Exactly. I'm into this. But yeah, so there's a Western release is not planned for the drum, which makes me very sad. There is an import option, and it's $70, $60, somewhere in that range, depending on where you look. And I just don't know if $120 is enough for me, or is too much for me. There was some silliness where if you had a DK Bongo and a GameCube controller adapter, you could do that. But that's also a little too much for me. I think I may have to sit this one out, and that makes me really sad because I wanted my dumb plastic musical instrument. I miss the days of Rock Band.
I'm just gonna keep going right through that one. If you want some more dumb toys to go with your Switch, maybe a cardboard variety. There's a couple new Nintendo announced Labo kits.
Single Labo kit.
Oh, single Labo kit. That's what I said. Totally.
My bad. Yeah,
no
yeah.
redacting.
I just misheard you very clearly. But yeah, so it's the vehicle kit. It seems to be built around a single game where so they released a trailer for it, and it's kind of cool. But it looks like you just have a single like vehicle that then transforms from an airplane to a submarine to a car, and it just kind of traverses with those three modes. And there was like resource collection. They were diving and collecting stuff. They were cutting down trees. They were
So it's No Man's Sky.
And it releases on the 14th of September. So for those of us that thought that they had
it's not No Man's Sky then? Oh, okay.
Definitely. It's definitely No Man's Sky. It'll be $69.99 USD. And
Dang.
yeah, they've all been kind of expensive, haven't they? Like,
yeah, but that doesn't sound like a full game. I mean, it sounds like a bunch of cardboard. But
the variety kit wasn't really a full game either. It was a bunch of mini games.
Man, I don't know. This is just so not in my wheelhouse that it all looks too expensive for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, the whole point of it isn't really the games, from my understanding. It's the like multi-step
and see it work.
Yeah, exactly. You build it, and then you play with their rules, and then you build your own rules, and it's kind of that path through creation that they want you to move through, and that's really what the point is. And it's not the like pack-in game.
All right, well, let's move along then. Hori has a left Joy-Con with a D-pad coming out to the West in September.
Yeah, so we heard about this a while ago. They finally released it in the West. It's been out in Japan for a little bit. So the Western version will be $25, which I mean, a pair of Joy-Cons is what, $80, $90? How much is a pair?
Yeah, but this is wicked stripped down. But
Wait.
yeah, $80 for a new pair.
That's what I'm getting at. That's my point. But I'm not quite there yet. So they'll be extremely stripped down. They cannot be used on their own. They must be played handheld mode. You can't even use them in like one of those little slide-in mount thingies. They're missing Bluetooth. They're missing rumble. They don't have gyro. They don't have a battery at all. And they don't have SL and SR buttons, of course, because that's the handheld. Those are the ones on the inside of the top. So yeah, they're super stripped down, which explains the $25 price tag. They are also officially licensed. There was a Zelda-themed one and a Mario-themed one. They look kind of cool. I feel like they would look really weird on a Switch, though, given that the like everything about the Switch is monocolor, and then there's this like super heavily patterned Mario-themed Joy-Con or Zelda.
But only the left one.
Yeah, exactly. But only the left one. It looks weird to me. What else? Oh, there's been a couple of issues with them though. So again, because they don't have a battery, they're drawing power from the main Switch in order to run. And it seems like there was an issue where it wasn't actually like it was always draining battery, even when the Switch was in sleep mode. And so people were having issues with them just like fully depleting their Switch's battery. And that has been officially covered by Hori, and they have said that they will be fixing that issue before the Western release. And then there was I found one report of someone talking about a Switch getting bricked by it. They said that after they were using it with the Switch got really, really hot and then wouldn't hold a charge anymore, wouldn't charge, but it could be run through, like if they plugged it in, they could run it off that. So there's that. I don't think that that's actually worth it's not worth anything because we've not seen any corroborating evidence about it at all. It's literally just the one person complaining on Reddit, which is a super reliable source of stuff like this. So, but yeah, everything.
That's wild though.
Yeah, but everything bricks your Switch. That's the takeaway here.
Even stuff that is from Nintendo. I guess it's not technically from Nintendo. It's just licensed.
It's got the official seal of approval from Nintendo, though. So that to me.
Yeah, but it's still made by Hori.
Yeah.
So don't buy those battery banks that Nintendo officially licensed either. Don't even wear a shirt that's officially licensed by Nintendo.
Or
it's
a
gotta be
backpack.
Nintendo clothing. What's that?
Or
a backpack? No. Yeah. So ignore that too. None of that. That's probably bricked my Switch already. I just haven't played it in the last couple days.
Seems reasonable.
I heard about this battery thing, and Hori's initial response to it was just unplug it, like just push the little button and let it sit there off. I was like, come on, really? No, nobody's gonna do that. But I'm glad that they're gonna fix it. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but
I mean,
cool.
It seems pretty straightforward. Like it's just not detecting that the Switch is in sleep mode. That seems like the obvious answer too. So
I don't know why it has to be so stripped down. I mean, just put a D-pad on a normal friggin'. Why Nintendo? Why does somebody else have to do this, Nintendo? But I mean, I don't know. I guess I get it because when you take it off, hold it sideways. You'd rather have buttons than a D-pad. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. Digimon Survive was announced for the West.
Yeah, so this is that thing we talked about 2 weeks ago. We didn't actually know if it was coming to the West. I just wanted to report on it then. It is. It's coming in 2019 is what we've been told. We also have been told that it is part SRPG and part, drumroll, visual novel. And as I was telling you this the other day, I feel like that word is such a loaded word, and it means so much that it doesn't actually mean anything, just because that could just be, it's a game with like romance options, or it's a game with a lot of story, or like, I don't know. I feel like visual novel has got such a broad definition as to not actually be worth anything. So we'll see what this actually means closer to release, but I know that it's definitely scared some people away.
I mean, it's no more broad than like criminal. I don't know. I'm stretching. Relax. From what we've seen of it, we've seen like the tactics part of it, and then we've also seen like dialogue in a classroom setting. And I'm wondering if that dialogue in the classroom setting is what they're calling the visual style. I don't know. I guess it would depend on how much of that there is versus how much of the tactics part. But yeah, I don't know. It spoops me a little bit, but I don't know. I'll keep an open mind for now.
For now, yeah. I feel
for
like
now.
Persona is another series that could probably fall into the same like RPG visual novel split. And Persona games are actually really fun. But there's a lot of like social stuff to them. You know, you have this is your day, you've got a day and you've got an evening, and you can do stuff with your friends during the day and the evening, and who you spend time with bases like gives you different changes in the RPG. Like there's this whole progression system linked to that, like the relationship system, and it's kind of a cool system. And I feel like you could technically call that a visual novel as well. So, but maybe I'm alone in that distinction. I don't know. I'm just saying, don't be afraid of it quite yet.
Not yet. Yeah. I won't be yet. Speaking of games that I'm not afraid of, Dragon Ball's Fighter Z's open beta news. What have we got? I totally didn't butcher that at all.
You butchered that a little bit, but it's okay. So yeah, the preload download is available now. It will be running from the 9th at 9 p.m. PST to the 11th at midnight. It will have 23 characters available, which is one shy of the base game's full roster. There's an additional like 7 DLC characters, I believe, but I don't think we'll see any of those more than likely. So I'm curious what the one character they hold back is. And then there's also, so we got details on the modes. There's Arena Match, which is, I'm pulling this straight from the press release here. Players in the same lobby can now fight directly in 1v1 matches. There is Ring Match. Maybe, can you give any insight into these? Because do you have any idea what they mean? No, okay. So Ring Match, the players can create rings in the lobby to recruit other players and engage them in battle. I don't know how that differs from Arena Match or what that even means. And then finally, Ring Party Match, a mode in which 6 players in a ring can fight each other. Echo suggesting that it will be Android 21 that will be the one that gets dropped.
I was gonna say that too. Probably that's the new character. She's like kind of a Majin pink androidy character. No, have you seen the roster? Do we have any idea who it actually is?
Yeah, I mean the full roster is there. It's out for PS4 or yeah. So we've seen the whole thing.
Just go see if Android 21 is there or not.
I believe Android 21 is on the original roster. I don't know. I don't have it up right now, but yeah, we also know that there will be practice battle and tutorial, and yeah, this is about what we expected. I'm a little sad it's only running for 3 days, especially given that this is the Thursday, Friday, Saturday of my D&D games, so it's generally fairly busy for me. So whine and cry.
It's also right over EV Community Day. They're doing Saturday and Sunday because EV's got so many evolutions. So I know you care so much about Pokemon Go.
Oh, I mean, it's a thing that people play, which
Yeah.
you play. So I imagine you'll be busy for most of the weekend because of it.
It depends on how 100 plus degrees it's going to be outside.
That's
Because
fair.
I'm not doing that. Forget it. I don't care about EV that much.
I mean, you have done that before, so you've done your time, I guess.
Yeah, but that was for something that actually matters. So yeah, I mean, I don't really this. It's sad for me too because I don't want to play this online. I just want to play this by myself in my living room like a loner. This is not an online game for me at all. But I mean, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna go online, do the practice matches, and try it out.
1v1 me, let's go.
Oh my god! Only if we both play Yamcha, so that when we die, it's inevitable.
Done so.
All right, let's move on to a game Yamcha is not in. Nintendo explains the Xenoblade 2 DLC Torna situation. Oh my god, explain that to me because I don't know.
Yeah, and that was kind of the general consensus here. So there's a physical release, which we were both very confused about when it first got announced because it's a DLC, so how does it have a physical release? And so you can buy that, and if you buy that, you do not need anything. You can literally just play it off that. I'm pretty sure it's a download code too, which is kind of silly. Like you can buy a box with a download code. According to Echo, Yamcha is one of the top tier characters from Fighter Z.
I've actually heard that.
That's so dumb. He's supposed to be a joke
no,
character.
it's the best. This is his time to shine. He's finally got his time to shine.
He doesn't get a time to shine. He's a joke character. He's like Dan.
The one time in Dragon Ball, he almost won a fight. That was his other one time to shine. Okay, anyway, sorry. Let's get back onto.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a physical with the DLC code inside, and then you could also, if you have the download the season pass, you will get it as part of that. And those are the 2 ways to buy it. And I don't know about all this. This is kind of weird to me. Like they're offering it digitally, but only if you buy a physical box for it. Like okay, sure.
I mean, so it comes. I don't know. this sounds really cool. Like if I was really, 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 really into any game and this happened for it, I'd be really excited about it. I won't get this for Xenoblade 2 because I already have the season pass and because I don't really care about that game that much. I didn't find it that good or fun.
Called it Game of the Year.
I found it pretty good. I just didn't find it very fun.
That's an important distinction.
Yeah. I mean, at the time I beat it, I was like, this could be in the Game of the Year like conversation. But the more I think about it, the more I look back at it, the more I'm like, nah, just kidding. But yeah, thanks for clearing that up. Let's move on. Minute got updated with a release date. What is Minute?
Oh, Minute is that like it's a 8-bit Zelda-like top-down Zelda game where you have 1 full minute to play and then you die and respawn at the start of the level. And so the idea is how far can you get in that 1 minute? And it's done pretty well on the other systems on like PC and whatnot. I am intrigued with it. The 8-bit style turns me off. The characters are styled after Tamagotchi characters, and then the game literally it looks like that kind of style.
This. Yeah.
And it's a cool premise. It's interesting. The 8-bit style kills me though. It's like monochrome too. It looks terrible, and I hate it. But I really want to play it, and I may let this be a thing that helps me ignore Octopath.
Why do you do this to me? I called that too, that you weren't going to finish this friggin' game.
I might finish it. You don't know. I still could.
Yeah, no, you totally will not. I will eat my shoe again off camera. If you even do one chapter 4.
In any case, it releases on August 9th, which is pretty crazy because they announced this like 3 days ago or 4 days ago. So they were like, hey, we're releasing it in a week. So it's cool. I love it when games do that.
Nintendo probably begged them because there's nothing else coming out in August. All right, let's move on to Circle Ent, bringing out A Dark Room to the Switch this year.
So this
That
is
was the weirdest sentence I've ever said.
You don't have a dark room brought to your Switch?
I don't want Circle Ent, not Circle Entertainment, Circle Ent to bring me A Dark Room. No.
What if they bring you to a dark room?
What what is this? What is this? Tell me, help me. Save me.
I just like watching it flounder. It is one of those terrible like cookie clicker like games where so it starts out, you click the button, and then you wait for the timer, and then you click the button, and then you wait for the timer, and then it slowly opens up into this like now you're building a town, and now you're exploring, and there's more to it, and it's I love it. It was a lot of fun. There's a web version of it, which is a darkroom.doublespeakgames.com. I'll put a link to that in the show notes. It's fun to play with. And this is another one of those games that if it's cheap enough, I will buy it. I don't feel like this is worth any more than $5 though, and that's probably where I'm going to run afoul of it because it's a very stripped down game, a very minimalist game, and yeah, I just don't know. Apparently, there's an Android version, which actually I may end up picking up just because, and I'm sure that's $1 or $2 or whatever. So I don't know. This is a great game. It's a lot of fun if you like that sort of thing. It's if you played Frog Fractions, it's kind of like that it's not what you expect when you start. So
who are you even? I don't even know you anymore.
I love these like weird, just random off the wall games. I've always loved them.
You're like Riru, but like he's got the anime market cornered. You've got the everything else market cornered. You just said a bunch of games I've never heard of before in a row.
You've never heard of Frog Factions?
No. What? No.
Nobody
has.
No, Frog Factions was a big deal when it came out. It's also outside of the scope of the show, though, so.
Let's move back into the scope of the show, then. Nintendo has announced a Direct.
Woo! So, it'll be this Wednesday at 7 a.m. PST at 10 a.m. EST. Oh, God, why? Why so early? I don't wake up this early. What?
It's a Direct.
It's a Direct, woo! But it's also Smash specific, so.
Oh.
And we've already done this. I don't understand. We've literally already done this. The E3 Direct was like 40 minutes long, and it was like 20 minutes of other stuff, and then 20 minutes of Smash patch notes. Like, what what could they possibly have? We've been talking about this in the Discord, bit.ly/DSN Discord if you've not joined us. We've been talking about this a bunch, where it's like, I really don't know what they talk about. Echo suggested that it would be, modes, I think Echo said, and a couple of new character reveals were the two things that suggested. Because we still don't know anything about like what kind of single player there'll be in it. But I don't know what they do. They've been doing blog posts daily. They've literally done blog posts every day since that game first got announced. And
So how mad will you be when they just repeat everything they said at E3 and all those blog posts, but in a direct, in a more concise manner? But it's all the same information we've already had. How mad will you be on a scale of 1 to 11?
Probably an 11, because I'm going to wake up early for this. I'm going to wake up like 40 minutes early so that I can get my shower done before this starts, and then I'm going to watch it. Yeah. And it just... There will be a lot of whining next week.
I hear they're going to add Ridley in their direct, so get ready for that. That'll be cool.
I want it to be cool. I do. I want Nintendo to not drop the ball on something, anything. But I just don't have high hopes. Oh, one thing that Echo did suggest was that we would get information about the if they're going to do a beta, like a public beta like Xenoverse is going to do, which seems reasonable. I also kind of expect a little bit of information about the online, seeing as they're kind of interlinked a little bit, but we'll see about that. So, yeah, your resident complainer is right here saying that I don't think this is going to be an enjoyable experience.
If you wake up that early, you're going to have a bad time. Anyway, let's move on to your favorite company on the planet. Capcom is releasing solid gold plaques for Street Fighter's 30th anniversary. What?
No, I mean, that basically, you've covered it right there. What? So there, okay, sorry, that headline is a little bit misleading. It's a plaque with a solid gold bar in each of them, and there's two different versions. There's the 100-gram version, which retails for about 8,600 USD, and there's a 10-gram version, which retails for about $1,650. And so the gold bars are imprinted with the word Shadaloo and the logo, and then the weight of the bar, as well as 999.99, which might be a gold thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a purity rating.
It's a purity thing.
Yeah, okay. So that's there. The thing that blows my mind about this is that a gram of gold is about 45 USD. So the 100-gram version is retailing for about double what the actual gold value is worth. And did I do that math right? Yeah, I did that math right. And the 10-gram version is, retailing for about, what is that, 4 or 5 times what the actual gold is worth? And it just, yes, I am.
So it's a discount to get the big one.
Yeah, it's a discount. I am salty because no Animal Crossing. Absolutely, you are correct, Echo. So yeah, this is the markup on this is wild, and it just I don't know who this is for. I don't know who's gonna do this, but I love it. And if I were filthy rich, if I were Zuckerberg, I would absolutely have the 100-gram version. But also, I don't know who this is for.
Me neither. I couldn't even begin to fathom. Like, if this came out for literally anything I really, really, really liked, literally anything, I'd laugh at it just as much as I'm laughing at it right now.
But Street Fighter.
No,
what if
just dumb.
What if it was Diablo with like the Demon Hunter? It had the Demon Hunter class symbol on it.
No, because I'm not dumb. Though my grandpa always said invest in gold.
Even at 10 times the actual like retail value of it. 20 times, sorry.
I don't think he said anything about overpaying. He just said invest in it. So
that's fair.
It's not a dumb call. I'm just kidding. My grandpa never said that. He just cursed in Dutch a lot. Anyway, let's move on. Wargroove has confirmed releasing with campaign and cutscene editors. Ooh,
user-generated content.
Is Wargroove still in development? I thought that game died years ago.
No, it's still coming. They actually...
man.
The CEO of Chucklefish posted on the Switch Reddit recently, because someone was just like, what is even happening? And he was like, hey, guess what? We're there. We're still working on it. And it was just like this random post, and he just popped in, and it was amazing. Which, side note, I love it when gaming companies do this. Do this more, please, because it's amazing and hilarious, and I love it. But yeah, so yeah, it's still a work in progress, and yeah, it's going to come out with the campaign and cutscene editor. I hope to God this also comes with the same kind of like RPG Maker online connectivity of the user generated content, because again, I feel like that sort of experience is what really makes these games shine. Like Warcraft 3 was a good game, but then the Warcraft 3 mods gave us Dota, which gave us a genre. Like, so there's a lot of potential in this sort of thing, and the Wargroove one specifically seems very full featured and very interesting. So,
And we only have to wait till like 2022.
this
It's
year,
not that bad.
this year,
Yeah, right. That's what they said last year and the year before that.
the year before that when the Switch wasn't out yet.
Yeah, word. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I believe because I have to, or I cry.
That's fair.
And with that, do you have anything else about Wargroove?
I want it. Give it to me. I don't care if it's not finished. Actually, I do care if it's not finished. Don't do that. Finish it first.
I mean, everything they're doing is like multiplayer. I'm pretty sure all the single player content's done, so you don't actually care about that.
Oh, then yeah, give it to me.
There we go. Yeah. And with that, I feel like that needs like the spin one, the at the end.
Right at the end to cap it off. Yeah.
Oh,
I agree.
I may have to go fix that. And that about brings us up to the end of the show. If you want to email us, you can have your voice heard at desyncednerds@gmail.com. If you prefer Twitter, you can tweet at us at desyncednerds or at either of us individually. I am at Kulana, Kulanah, and he is at DSN Colin, DSNCOLIN. If you want to support the show, we are on Patreon at patreon.com/desyncednerds. If you want to support us non-monetarily, you can rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher, and we will read those there after the news. If you want to watch us live, we are... Wow, brain fart. We are live every Monday at 6:30 PST, 9:30 EST at twitch.tv/desyncednerds, and all of our VODs will be up on YouTube at the Desynced Nerds channel. If you want to talk to us, we are on Discord at bit.ly/DSN Discord. And thanks for listening, everybody.
Peace.